Bambi, Mark, Chester, Brien. So let me tell y'all, watch this video if you feel like you're not getting your flowers, bro. You feel me? Because I made videos feeling like, I was getting overlooked, for many moons. I was feeling like I wasn't getting what I felt like I deserved. Not like I'm out here chasing success. Not like I'm out here trying to be the best version of myself so I can be seen, so I can be praised. But it gets to a certain point, you feel like the people in your life are either not acknowledging you on purpose, or you feel like the work that you're putting in is in vain, right? So I'm in the gym doing my jump ropes, doing extra stuff, leg day, I be doing a lot. When you in the gym consistently, you're gonna see consistent people, right? And the people who I'm about to mention are people that I'm used to seeing in the gym, right? So I'm doing my jump ropes, boom, lady that I be seeing every day, never really knew her name, you know what I'm saying? I just see her in the gym and we talk here and there. Her name is Bambi. She told me, she was like, I admire you. And I already saw her staring at me as I was doing what I was doing. And she was like, I admire you. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, I mean what I said. And she would tell me that she admires basically my willpower, how I be getting up, being disciplined, getting active, getting after it, you know what I'm saying? And she was saying that she admires my spirit, basically. she admires how hard I be going. You feel me? And boom, after that, I was working out doing biceps, or about to do biceps. I think I did like a set, and I seen Mr. Mark, and he would tell me, he said, hey man, you look good, man, and I would tell him like, I thank you so much, because I look at myself every day, so it's hard to kind of see the gains. He would tell me, he's like, man, you look good. He said your abs poking through your shirt, and I was like, hey man, it's the shirt, bro, it's the shirt, chill out. And then we had a quite long conversation about dieting and monk fruit, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Boom, I see my buddy who I went to high school with and middle school with, Brien, you know what I'm saying. He would tell me, he's like, bro, you're getting big as fuck, man. Like, you look great. We had a heart-to-heart talking about God and about how good we feel and versus how we used to feel, right? And we were just, just having a great conversation, And then I was leaving the gym, and I saw Coach Chester, my outdoor education teacher from high school, and we were chopping up a little bit before, as I was walking up, he was like, you look great, man. And then, that's 4 people who's telling me that I look good, right? And throughout this week, people have been giving me my flowers, shout out to Janelle. She would tell me that I look good. She said I had a model face. Shout out to Janelle, her little fine soul. Janelle. And, I walked in the gym, boom, this girl that worked there, she done flicked the rubber band. She was like, I was aiming for your abs. I'm like, dang, like, I'm just getting it all. But I remember them days where I felt like I wasn't getting none, you know what I'm saying? So if you're watching this video, this is not a video for me talking about bragging, but this is a video, this for the people who feel like they may not be getting their flowers, who feel like they may be getting overlooked. Just know your time coming, there's a season for everything, There was moments where, I'm about to walk and talk, I gotta go. I'm finna walk in Walmart. There was moments where, I was happily, in love, I was in a relationship or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And I was remembering them days where, I was as happy with my little shorty, versus the moments where I didn't have a girl and I was feeling lonely, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta acknowledge the days that I feel like I have one thing. There'll be other days where I may not have it, you know what I'm saying? So the days where you feel like you're not getting no praise at all, if you keep putting that work in, bro, God gonna put people in your life who's gonna reassure you along the way, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, as people, as go-getters, as people who are striving for a better life, you know how important it is to remain humble, right? But at the same time, you don't want to get caught in your ego. So a lot of times, you don't really want to shine on yourself. You be like withholding, a lot of things that you may need for yourself. So God will put people in your life to give you the love that you're not putting into yourself, trying to be humble. You may mess around and forget how far you came, you know what I'm saying? And God understands that, it's human nature to forget things when you're not being constantly reminded of it, you know what I'm saying? Our brain can only work so hard, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, God will put those people in your life just to reassure you, you know what I'm saying? The people that was reassuring me throughout my day at the gym today, that was God putting that spirit in them to tell me that, because they didn't have to tell me that. They could have thought it and then kept it to themselves. The skin looking great, by the way. That's crazy, But overall, I'm just blessed that I can look at life through that lens, you know what I'm saying? Thank God for those people who reassured me, you know what I'm saying? It's just proof that the work works. You know what I'm saying? Because physique does not lie. That's why people be wondering why I be telling them that they need to get in the gym. It's the community you do not understand. You know, everybody wants a community. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and you're getting great benefits out of it. You know, so overall, I'm just blessed to look at life through that lens. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't trade that for nothing. Good morning, man. I wouldn't trade that for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's overall a blessing. And yeah, it feels good, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Shout out to Bambi. Shout out to Mr. Mark. Shout out to Brien. And shout out to Coach Chester, you know what I'm saying? Overall, if you come across this video, God bless. You know what I'm saying? Keep striving, keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? And remember, the days where you feel like you may be overlooked, you know what I'm saying? If you keep putting that work in, there'll be days where you feel like you're getting a lot of flowers. Now you got a whole bouquet. Now you got a whole garden. Now you got a green thumb. You feel me? Don't lose hope. Keep the faith. Stay strong. Stay strong.